Hey DOT community, this is another episode of the DOT Aftershow with Zalon and Bo. How we doing today, Bo?
We are doing good, Zalon. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Now I know you've been very busy recently and the community has been
Oh, God, you have no idea how busy I've been. I've let's see, I've worked till at least 10 o'clock at night every night, and it was 1 a.m. Monday night. So I'm doing good just to log in and collect my daily rewards.
Nice, nice. Well, I did just notice that this new now this was talked about on the dev live stream, but we'll get into that here very, very shortly. But this new Ranger event just popped up for looks like 15 and a half hours basically, so it's like a 1 day event.
Oh yeah.
Basically, it's a pull event for Ranger Titans, including 4-star Solzar and Edelus, and
Oh,
others.
that's
So,
pretty good.
yeah, not bad. If you're definitely looking for, and it's from both altars, it's not from one, it is from
Oh, good,
both.
good. So you can just use your regular tokens if you have them instead of an epic.
Yeah, exactly. But if everyone sticks around for the video, because we're doing a video today, not a live stream. But it can't always be live streams, you know.
No,
So
not always.
yeah. Well, also too because there's no event actually going live today either, so that is another reason. So anyway, um, if you do stick around, I will be pulling an epic token for this event just for the fact that I could use some high level ranger food. So if it's a guaranteed to be a
Yeah,
ranger,
I can too, and I have a few tokens, so I may need to log in and do that just to see, because I'm still working on Yard Dog and I'm still working on Edalus. So
exactly, exactly. And I have, let's see, way too many rangers that I'm working on. But let's just take a quick peek here. I got, yeah, definitely. Well, Calvrex not really, but yeah, I got the level 51 Edelus guarding my garrison. Another level 30 Edelus that I still like his skills, and then two Yard Dogs, Champion and Regular. And then two Ladegas, which I just because of meta, I can't get rid of a Ladega, you know what I mean? So, and then we have
get
Solzar.
rid of one, right? I mean, just pick one, Zalon.
I don't
Pick
know.
one.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And then we also got Vixia here at the end. So, but I do have plenty of 3-star Ranger and 2-star Ranger food that are waiting for a fusion event. So, but they're not pre-leveled, so they will only go so far. So
Yeah.
that's what makes the difference in being able to level up some of your higher level uh, Titans. So anyway, let's get into the dev live stream here. I am going to do some. I don't know. I'll figure out something to do here in the background. Maybe a little bit of just general management here. Well, maybe a couple battles. But so anyway, well, actually, we can do this real quick because this will be very helpful for the coming event. So the spotlight for this week's dev live stream was Ulrich and Siegfried. So human champions. What do you think about that, Bo?
Been a while since we had a human champion event.
Exactly. So I actually have a couple relics still left. So here's
I
my
guess Siegfried was the last one, what, right?
yeah. Well, yeah, yeah, and that was late last year to usher in a human champion that has skills to buff the human troops. And we'll get to Siegfried here in a second. I got Ulrich up on the screen showing him off, and these are the skills I got with Ulrich, so everyone can see what this is a fully maxed out Ulrich. If you've been with me for a long time, you watched me level him up all the way. He's got the Titan Health, Titan
Yeah,
Critical, Titan Resist
my
against
Ulrich
Earth,
went bye bye.
and Physical, and Resist against Poison. Yeah, I know, Bo. You used your Ulrich to go into Siegfried, which still wasn't a horrible choice if you weren't really happy with your Ulrich skills. Um, but yeah, I like the fact that he's resistant to Earth and Poison. That's huge for me. So, and then that Titan Health also is huge too as well. He can take quite the beating. Oh, and I do want to show off here. We'll also show off Siegfried. He is also another Titan that will be in this weekend's event. Siegfried is awesome, human champion. He's who I am currently leveling in my for my champions. So I am hoping to get him maxed out here in the first half of this year. So what do you think about your Sig?
Yeah, I do like my Siegfried. He's
Yeah,
level 45 now,
nice.
and yeah, and I've got him on a land defense right now. It works really well with all those archers because I got some nice archer and militia buffs on for the first two.
Okay,
So
nice, nice. Yeah, I got a militia armor, archer's health, spearman armor piercing, archer armor, and spearman health. I got a lot of defensive for the most part, except for that one offensive. So, but what isn't horrible because defensive skills just means that those troops can last. And if you have them at high levels, which again most people don't pay attention to their lower troops. Oh, look at this. I'm actually doing spearmen over Goliaths right now, but it's all right. I'll eventually get to Goliaths. But for taking them to 18. But yeah, that's right. I do level up my lower troops because human troops are actually really good, even though they're usually used for fodder. You would rather have strong fodder than just really weak fodder. So that's my view on it. But anyway, so the event the Quiff said is called Light and Dark. That's, or at least that's how he referred to it. So I'm assuming that's maybe the name of it. We'll see. But he said that they both Ulrich and Siegfried are going to be available in the individual rewards chain, which is pretty sweet, and it will be starting tomorrow. And hopefully lasting possibly until Monday. I mean, Sunday might be a little bit of a tight run if they're going to ask for a lot of souls. What do you think, Bo?
oh, sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, it depends on the souls. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, essentially a 3-day event. They could stretch it out to Monday, and I wouldn't be upset.
Well, if they're going to have 2 4-star Titans involved in it, you would think that the soul count is going to be like, possibly, if they're going to run it to Sunday, if it's not 12 and 15,000, like something like that, or 13 and 15, or who knows what, something like that for the 2 main Titans, then it's what, 15 and 18, and you got to be running it till Monday, or else there's going to be a serious uproar on really how quickly you can really finish. So we'll see what the soul count actually is tomorrow when the event drops.
Yeah, yeah. I think after this last event, everyone's kind of ready to, kind of ready for a little bit of a break.
Yeah. Well.
How'd you guys do?
In
I
Dragons,
logged in today.
Dragons got an epic token.
Bet that Kivik kicked me out of Dragons because I hadn't earned any souls. How much you want to bet?
No, because I'm there. I'm here right now. I'm in Dragons.
Oh.
And you're here. I don't think they.
Oh, he didn't kick me. Oh, I'm surprised.
I don't think they booted you. I saw you. There you are at the bottom of the list. What? All right. Well, anyway, don't worry about it. You didn't get booted. But so anyway, the some of the things that like the Ask Corey video is being made very soon. Probably within the next few days, and they're using all the questions that were put either in the comments of last week or this week's YouTube video. So, and also too, if you post on any of the social media, that's also a place where you can get your questions asked to Corey, who is one of the Dawn of Titans developers of the game, or I should say, upper tier echelon of the developers in the game. So. Alright, cool things that we saw on the stream that I think are a very big highlight. So I'm going to actually pop out of the game really quick. And we're going to take a quick look at the Relic Favoriting. This was shown for very quick and very small amount of time on the stream. But there was a couple things I wanted to point out. Is right here, you see there is one icon and 2 icons that have been added to the new Relic system of filtering, because we're used to only having 4 buttons in there, not 6. Now, the middle one, of course, is going to be the bookmarking, or the favoriting of the relics. In the bottom right-hand corner of each relic, we see this little button that allows us to select and favorite these relics, and then they will then be sorted in this filter with only favorited relics. So I like that. It definitely allows you to be able to favorite all the relics you're currently working on, so you can get to them fairly easily and be able to fuse them. Or maybe favorite all the relics that you have on all your best Titans, so you know that you don't fuse any of them. So what do you think about that, Bo?
Yeah, I like that too. That's something that, I mean, we've been asking for that for a year at least, and regardless of how the details work out of how it mechanically how it works, you can tag a relic, and use it for whatever purpose you want. Like tag the ones you're working on, so you want to forge those up, or tag the ones that you don't want to ever lose. Like I have a couple of 2-stars that I want to keep that are no longer available, and they're like level 5. So, right now I just have to scroll past them. But
Exactly.
if I ever want to use them, I can favorite them and bring them up that way. I like it. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. And then one other thing I want to mention, and the second button is for event relics, and there's one event relic right here on the screen, that the flame heart. I don't recognize it. And when it was selected in the stream in a later, I didn't take another screenshot, but they do select it, and it shows like a 2,500% boost to Burning Souls. And I think we might have had an event that included Burning Souls, but I just don't ever remember a Flame Heart. And it's very possible that I never got the 4-star relic for that because, well, frankly, I don't get a lot of 4-stars.
Could be a 4-star from the very first fire event too.
Yeah. But I'm not too certain. So it was interesting. I just had to bring that up. So, all right. So now that the event relics will also be sorted along the way, that's pretty awesome. All right. So now I'm logging back into the game. So, they did have a fire alarm that went off during the live stream, which was kind of surprising. I was like, "Oh man, is the live stream just gonna all of a sudden just break up? They just have to peace out and get off the stream because the building has to be evacuated." But they said to just, they just said to just ignore it, and they just kept going. So I was happy with that.
So they treat fire alarms the same way we do. Just ignore that.
Yeah.
If it's real, they'll come and tell us, right?
Right. Yeah. Which also makes you question why the alarms were even there, right? No, but anyway. But let's see. So in this case, I'm gonna pick out some battles here. I've made a whole bunch of notes there, Bo. So if you want to pick a couple things to talk about, that would be great, because there's a bunch of topics that were discussed throughout the stream along the way. While other people...
Oh, let's see. Hang on. Let me pull up your notes here. So one of the things that I saw that you wrote down was that evidently Quiff is the one that picks out the relics to use.
Oh yeah.
During the battles.
Yes, he does.
Which is good, because there for a while it was like, why are you using those relics? So I don't know if he just started that recently or
yeah,
if that's been going on for a while. But there was a point in time there where it was like, okay, we're just randomly picking some relics that look cool as opposed to relics that actually help your Titan. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And so Dom was not there today.
No, Dom was not there today.
Screens was there.
It was Screens. Yes, that's right. Screens was there in Dom's place for today.
Okay. Yeah. So that's interesting. And then so Yuki asked a question and said to send in Titan and Relic setups for the devs to play with on stream, and the answer was yes.
Yes, at any time. Yeah, if you have and And that's also just if you're utilizing some of Yuki's website at dotdatabases.net, you're able to actually, go ahead and create an
Yeah.
awesome, amazing Titan with relics and everything else, and then offer it up to the developers. Be like, hey, you should take them in, you know what I mean? And see exactly
Yep.
if they are as OP as you had thought, and see how the developers work with them. Obviously, you know,
Hey.
they may struggle, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. So, lightning troops and lightning rangers evidently was a topic of discussion.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
people
So
continuously bring it up.
The devs are on board with make lightning great again. Is that what?
Yes.
Is that what it says?
Yes.
Make lightning great again. The dev team is on board. Did they go into any other details about that?
Well, they did go into the what's it called? Talking about. Sorry, my game locked up. So, yeah. Sorry, though. Yeah, I know. So I was just gonna say did they get into it or not? I'm sorry. I lost your question and when it all fell apart there because I'm looking at all the other notes and I can't find your question again. So what was that again?
Where they were talking about the dev team is on board with to make lightning great again.
Oh, yes. Well, see, they've been hearing everybody talking about it, of course. And as they continuously have been, like, shielding off, like, people being like, hey, so when's it going to happen? They're like, well, we'll see. You know what I mean? So right now it's more of a, we hear you. It's just not yet. That kind of thing. So.
Okay.
They want to acknowledge that they obviously know what a majority of the community is asking for. Obviously,
yeah.
A lot of times people for some reason think that they're just saying a bunch of stuff, and the people on the inside the the building is just like, we can't hear anything. Like they're not ignoring everybody. It's not like they're anything like that. So
true. That's very true. Yeah. Yeah. So, Zayd Gamer asked about co-op. Is that like a two-player version?
Yeah, some way that you could actually have multiple players playing the game at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So
in the same battle.
In the same battle, correct.
Yeah. Yeah. So, evidently that's a good idea, but not now, right? That was the answer?
Yes, correct.
Looks like they're working on Trials of Power and Throne Wars plus other features. So, good. I'm glad.
Correct. The other features, of course, is stuff that has been also discussed between Screens and Matt and stuff like that, but hopefully see some of that kind of stuff coming out here in the next few weeks they had mentioned, so we'll see.
Okay. All right. See. And evidently we've got a fusion event coming up very soon.
Well, that's what was asked. It was asked. Hey, you got any new fusion events coming out? We need one real bad. Blah blah blah. And the Hague was like, "There's one coming around very very soon." Those were his exact words. So again, who knows how soon we're talking? But when you say soon in DOT, that usually means within the next week or two. So
and supposedly they're doing something with the Adventurers Guild.
Well, yes. Somebody asked about Adventurers Guild because again, it's being continuously looked at like it's a dead building that does nothing. It's there for excitement and to bring more things into the game, but especially for newer players, they blast through it and they're like, well, wasn't this building supposed to have more to it? And the long-term players have been just totally ignoring the building because they don't think anything is ever coming from it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the viewpoint, I guess, towards the Adventurers Guild. And with that said, Matt was just broke down and said that they are working on a test right now currently that
Okay.
is how did they actually say it? It was a it's in the work. It's all preliminary. Not this is gonna get rolled out next
I got
week. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's
exploratory phase. Yeah.
exploratory
But you know, they
phase.
don't
Yeah.
have to. It doesn't have to be anything new.
But
We
they were
just have a
talking.
different.
Yeah. Well, they were talking
know?
about moving the current campaigns for the what's it called? All the Ranger campaigns and moving them to regular campaigns, and then basically making the Adventurers Guild something completely different. So I'm thinking,
Okay.
yeah, bringing a totally new aspect to the game, possibly even something that could, help some lower to medium players. Again, they've been talking about things that are going to help lower to medium players. Yes, of course, working on Throne Wars and working on Trials of Power is, again, stuff that is for more of their elder players, they call us.
Right.
And I feel like any elder player is someone who would be, up in Master Legend leagues. You can still be a player that started playing within the last 6 months, but if you've been playing a majority of it up in Master and Legend leagues, you pretty much know what it's like. So there are events that are more tailored towards the higher end players or longer term players, depending on what you've.
Well, that's a good point about the current Adventurers Guild. It has the Rangers in there. So if you just finished this Ranger event and you got your first Ranger, go ahead and work on those Adventurers Guild, and at least you have some food for your Ranger, and you get that bonus.
Exactly.
And that appears to be all of the major things.
Is that okay? Well, let me take a quick peek. Let's see how this.
Hey, there's a note on here about Matt asking Quiff about his tactic.
Oh yes. Basically his tactics, and that also too, again, to me, was showing about how Matt and Quiff and even Screens, they're not absolutely clueless in how the game is played or how everything is done. Now, of course, with their experience and how many battles they've may have played, is more up to debate. But when it comes down to actually knowing and understanding how things work in the game, it's not exactly a question so much about. Wow, look at that Panther.
Yeah.
He really doesn't want to stop doing what he's doing. There we go. There we go. Anyway.
You have a Panther that's got a mind of its own. That happens to me.
Yeah, it was completely rogue. You'll see it when the video comes out. But anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of get stuck, and it's like, why are you beating that dead horse? And all the other Panthers are doing what you tell them, and there's one that's just kind of stuck there.
He was quite stuck there on the side. So anyway. But yeah, so Lightning Ranger talk in the next few weeks. Matt was speculating that. I was quite surprised when he kind of started talking like that, and Quiff tried to shut him up. But that could have all been just a play. That could have all been just to get people more excited about Lightning Ranger, which could easily be who knows how far into the future. So we'll see.
Lightning Ranger would be pretty awesome. Although, if I had my wish, I would love for a lightning spear to change the troops to lightning damage. That would be actually more useful, I think.
I see. Yes, doesn't sound like a bad idea. All right, so let's see. I think that's. Oh, I asked Screens if there was going to be any new screens. But yeah, that's what she was. I thought that was a good question. But she said that they are working on a new project with Matt, so that was another thing as well. And Yuki asked if they were adding a hard difficulty to campaigns. They said no to that. Hard difficulty, as in like just creating a completely different, like, oh, you can just play them all over again, but just on hard difficulty. No, they haven't. They said that that's not gonna. That's really not exactly the way they're looking at going forward with it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's an interesting idea, anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that happened in the live stream. We are looking forward to the new Ulrich and Siegfried event starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't know if Bo will be available for a live stream super early, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Hopefully, I mean, my plans for tomorrow. Tomorrow's a travel day. It takes me a full 8 hours to get back home, so we'll just have to see if you can do it while I'm driving. Then we can do it.
All right. Well, all right. We'll see about possibly being back tomorrow for a live stream for the opening of the Ulrich Siegfried Light and Dark event. So, all right. All right, DOT community, that's pretty much everything we got. Anything else, Bo? Or no?
No, nothing I'm aware of. Of course, you know better than me. I've been on basically on hiatus from Dawn of Titans this week.
Yeah. All right. Well, everything else seems to be in good order. So, besides from that, if you are interested in joining any of the non-toxic alliances, please make sure to message any of the leaders. Besides from that, make sure that you're also on our band channel on the band app, which is free. Besides from that, I hope everyone is enjoying. Oh, we forgot one thing. I didn't pull my epic. I didn't pull my epic.
Well, you better pull your epic then.
All right, we're gonna pull the epic for everybody that waited till the end. All right, so here we go. All right, here we go.
Hashtag watch time.
Hashtag watch. Yeah, that's right? I got a level 20 Duran. Did you say I was going to get a Duran?
I said you were going to get something.
I think you said I was going to...
Oh,
you said Logu. Yeah, you did. All right, well, I got a level 20 Duran. All right, well, still going
Duran's not bad.
Well, still going to be decent food for my my 4-star Rangers. All right. Thank you, DOT community, for sticking to the end and watching that. And for the non-toxic gamers, I am Zalon.
And I am Bo.
And we are signing off.